Zenwood Studio number 2. This is another mobile office, if you will, because it's not at my apartment where I dwell, where I have my main office. Just sort of a tour of inspiring how to be creative, and when you're doing your own business hobbies, as they are right now, this is more for fun than anything for me, especially the art aspect. There are other things that I do to make income, and this is sort of a outlet, creative expression. But it's also a legitimate LLC business, so if I want to sell an art piece here or there, I can and will. So because of that, you consider, should I think about overhead? Yes, you should definitely think about overhead. What are you willing to do to generate, to sustain that? If it's just a hobby, then maybe you don't want to go about it that way. So something like this is roughly $200 a month. It's quite a bit of space. Plenty of room. And I like space in it too, so that you can move around. I mean, this is a workshop. This is where I can use materials, get dirty, cut wood, bang a little bit with a hammer or something, make noise. When you live in an apartment, you have to be respectful of excessive noise, and I try to be above board about that. It ends up being less problems for everyone in the long run. Got some wood, and you got a handsaw, cutting tools, scissors, wire, brush. Those culinary tools are handy for mixing sand and mulch and whatnot. I use a lot of, natural materials: rock, Himalayan pink rock salt, sand, especially colored sand. I try to vie for non-toxic if I can find it, but I'm not overly obsessed. It's not meant for consumption. Just various materials, empty things, cups. An art studio of this caliber requires quite a bit of creativity. It's not like, I wouldn't consider this a common art form, and it's not traditional. It's just something I came up after being a landscaper, for owning my own landscaping company, eco-friendly, yes, by the way, for many years. I developed sort of a love for landscaping materials, mulch, rocks, and all that, and I said, well, after this horrible abdomen injury that took me a year to heal, and I had to suspend doing business, or rather I had to have my foreman do all the work for me, which, they don't like it if you're not on the field. So that ended up kind of being a problem too. Anyways, long story short, I said, how can I keep doing this without shoveling mulch anymore? Pulling weeds and, digging for plants and all the various things that it's really hard on your back. And you can easily injure yourself. So I learned a valuable lesson, and I said, why don't I turn this into an art business? And that's it. That's the story. There's our Zen relic with the Irish drum on top. Covered up, sorry you can't see it. That Zen stool is something I inherited from my father. It was in his closet. Walk-in closet. All lined with cedar. I miss that. Well, that's about it. Creativity, low overhead. Get going on things before you drop too much money on them. I've learned that, especially when it comes to all the aspects of setting up a business, which I would consider myself fairly good at it. I've done it so many times. I recommend spending as little as possible and doing as much as possible that you need to do before you launch. And then watch lots of YouTube videos from other people who have huge entrepreneurial endeavors and have great success. With that, I leave you. Namaste.